play a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
The second down run by Pacheco. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. They get 6 and a first down as well.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a third down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next third down coming.
They've got to like how they've been moving it early here. It's down to the opposing 45-yard line. They send a man in motion. Penix on first down. He lobs it up, looking deep to the right side. Big gain downfield. And he'll be touchdown after a big play.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Pacheco takes it in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams finish up an excellent opening series. It's an Isaiah Pacheco touchdown. On comes Joshua Carty to try the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Rams will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Carty has it all teed up and ready to send it away. Darius Davis to return it. They'll bring him down on the return as he gets this to the 33. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. First run of the game for J.K. Dobbins. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Hauled in left side. And he goes out. Just needed one more step to reach midfield. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And the Chargers will have a first. Straight ahead. Here's Dobbins. And his charge towards the line. It's right around 3 yards.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
On 2nd down, here's Dobbins. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Just 1 yard on the play, though. That leaves him a 3rd down and 6 to go.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Third and 6 for them to figure out now. Herbert from the gun. Hits his running back. He'll be touchdown short of the marker, so 4th down coming up.
Whether they meant to go to him or it was an adjustment on the fly, that's not the read that was going to beat this defense for a 1st down. That look, well, this crew defensively was prepared for and knew how to keep it short of the marker.
So on 4th down, here's J.K. Scott on to punt it away for the Chargers. And this will put an end to the drive after it's stalled out. And he's brought down before the return gets far. Officially a 55-yard launch. And the Rams will take possession. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Throwing from near his own goal line. Pass into the hands of Mark Andrews. And they get there to touch him down, Brock, but a big gain on that play.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
They'll give this up the middle to Pacheco. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You spring a big gain like that, Kate, on the interior, 9 times out of 10, that O-line decisively won their matchup with the big fellas up front. They got those pads down. They created leverage, and they opened up that running lane.
Going to the ground again on first. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Penix here from the gun. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. So that brings them to 3rd down. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
3rd down, it's Penix. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's officially in enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
A first down carry for Pacheco. The lateral goes haywire. It's out. And it's scooped up by the Chargers. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover. Wow, oh wow. He sent his offense out twice now, and both times they fumbled it away. I'm not sure who's more aggravated, the dudes down there or the dude next to me up here.
Well, I'm aggravated, but I know the guy on the field wants to put the offense in the doghouse, like all of them right now. This can't happen in the NFL, Kate. And a lot of guys out there, they got to be looking to one another, hold each other accountable to hold on to the ball.
We're back and all set for the 2nd quarter. Charger football. They have 2nd down behind the sticks. This ball's cut by Palmer. Decent gain here, but short of the first. Third and 4 coming up now. Timeout called by the Chargers. They're first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Shotgun snap to Herbert. It is caught left side. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. That play good for 17 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Shotgun handoff for Dobbins. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. They gain Gain 14 on the play. And it brings up an LA first down.
Had the first down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Again, they'll run with Dobbins. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. This one's caught. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Third down, 1 yard to go. Going for the first with Dobbins. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
It's after plays like these, Kate, I love to study the body language. What is that offense doing after getting stuffed inside on a run like that? And more importantly, how much does it energize that defense?
So on 4th down, out comes Cameron Dicker and the Chargers for a field goal try. A pretty automatic look for him from the left. Brown's kick is up and good. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
In that close, in the red zone, you know they're upset. They couldn't finish the drive with the touchdown. It's only half the points, but at least there's something to show for the possession.
Return starts from the goal line. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. They're out and set, 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Play action, here's Penix. That's complete, Isaiah Pacheco. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the 1st down.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
They're set up at the 35 now. On 1st down, here's Penix. He's going deep this time. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Well, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. From the shotgun, Penix. Short pass brought in. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. And again, it's Penix. He puts some air under this one, deep right. They connect on the deep shot. And that's a Los Angeles touchdown. Carty now for the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Rams drive their lead to 11. Carty has it all teed up and ready to send it away. On the return, here comes Davis. Oh, he eats a hit to bring it into that return right near the 25. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Beginning on the ground here with Dobbins. And they're all over him again. He's dropped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. To throw, Herbert. It's caught. This is Ladd McConkey. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. Third and a lone yard coming up. Here's Herbert. This finds Chark complete. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And the Chargers will have a 1st.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do get home that side. Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Back to throw. Here's Herbert. He beams one deep right side. He's got it inside the 25. To the house. Touchdown, LA. The Chargers make it a 1-score game before halftime. And that right there, Brock, is a touchdown I think our fellow broadcaster Greg Olsen would be proud of. A big strike to the tight end that I don't think a lot of receivers could have pulled off and make it look as easy.
You know, a lot of times you're splitting hairs talking about the differences between tight ends and receivers at this level, because a lot of those guys, they work the same route tree and they move with the football, well, just like their receiver teammates. And they can score some lengthy touchdowns too, just like he showed off.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. To return this, Rashid Shaheed. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Running is Pacheco. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line. Now the Rams will use the 1st of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few. He got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. fakes to throw. Dump off caught by his back. And that will not be enough for a first down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Rams going to punt on fourth down, and they're calling Ethan Evans to the field. Darius Davis returning for the Chargers. And the play clock hits 0. This is going to be delay a game. A little slow to operate the offense, and they're going to back it up as a result of that penalty. Fourth down punt coming up. Ethan Evans out to do the honors. Coming off 4 punts in that loss, and he boots his first of this game away. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Call that a booming 56 yards in the end. And they'll take over with minimal time remaining in the half. They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. This is ahead for about 5. Tackle made by Cameron Curl. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the third quarter. Cardi has it all teed up and ready to send it away. On the return, here comes Davis. He lost the football. And they dodge a turnover there on the return.
You could feel, even up in the booth, a full-on panic there for just a moment. But he did make sure it never overwhelmed him. He picks the ball back up. May have cost him some yards. Didn't cost them the possession.
They go play action. Here's Herbert. Finds a man, right side. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And it brings up an LA first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
They give to Dobbins to start the third. And his charge towards the line, that's right around 3 yards.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Second down now, 7 to go. Play action now for Herbert. Makes the grab in bounds, left side. And he's a yard or 2 shy of the third. Excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Now an inside handoff to Dobbins. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
They got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Here's Dobbins again on second down. Has some space inside the 15. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with first and goal.
You know, it is so refreshing for these running backs when they have space to run. It's hard. There's so many collisions between the tackles. When they get on the edge and have green grass, well, the best of them take advantage of it.
Going jumbo set on this first and goal. Dobbins has the LA touchdown. The Chargers take the lead right away in half number 2. J.K. Dobbins with the touchdown. Well, we all knew what was coming when they got into that goal line formation, didn't we, Brock? And they just pound the rock in for an old-school touchdown.
I just sometimes...
Now we'll pause. The officials want to take a good look at this and confirm it was indeed a touchdown.
Solo 3 puntos, muchachos.
Second chance at 6 here. It's second and goal. Dobbins. And he's in for the touchdown. The Chargers take the lead right away in half number 2. J.K. Dobbins with the touchdown. Well, Brock, not sure the play they were running was all that disguised, but with the personnel they had out there, it was going to be tough to stop him either way.
Yeah, there's a great debate. Is it the X's and O's or the Jimmies and Joes?
Yep.
No debate there. That was the Jimmies and the Joes in their want-to run it right down their throat.
That one splits the uprights. And the Chargers push their lead to 3. The Chargers kicking team is out, and they'll put a charge into this one. Shaheed now to return. And this drive will start inside the 25. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. Defense showing blitz. Here's Penix. That's taken in by Kupp. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. Third and short in your back pocket. You can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. They're going to play action. Here's Penix. Gets this one to Shaheed. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Penix now. Kupp on the catch. And they get there to take him down right around the 41.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
They run with Pacheco. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that third down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in the pocket for a later occasion.
Here's first and 10 from the 34. Penix here from the gun. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
2nd and 10, Penix to throw. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down.
I think it's safe to say that without that ball being tipped, we are looking at a big game. It's a missed opportunity to push that offense. And an even better play defensively to deny the throw.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Penix working from the gun. Complete beyond the marker. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. That's 16 on the pickup. And the Rams are going to have a 1st down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. Pacheco gets it from the gun. And he drives this forward to the 6. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
Hey, even though that was an excellent run, I got to talk about the receivers here, Kate, because 9 times out of 10, you see a run like that in this league, 10+, you know those guys on the outside are doing their job, shining as blockers, keeping those defenders away from the battle. This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Penix. The shot to the end zone is incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. So they'll be left with 3rd and goal. Tough to blame him for that drop, Brock. Even if it would have been a touchdown, that was a great effort defensively, timing that hit, keeping them from hitting the end zone.
Reaction and burst. You get in the red zone defensively, you'll hear it all the time. You cannot wait. You've got to react. And then you got to burst. And that defender does a tremendous job of breaking that pass up with contact.
Now Penix on 3rd and goal. Cut near the goal line. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line.
Never eat shredded wheat. Northeast, south, and west, right, Kate? And I like on 3rd downs, north and south. You start going east to west and eating that wheat, you could run into problems just like that.
On comes Joshua Carty and the Rams field goal unit to try it on 4th down. Angling this one in from the right hash, the challenge here.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team is out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
On the return, here comes Davis. He stopped on the return at the 27. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Tackle made by Cameron Curl. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Running it again with Dobbins. And he gets it forward to still about a yard out of that. Javon Holland there to make the stop. We're still tied through 3 here. Neither defense has given an inch in this one. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Shotgun snap to Herbert. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down. The Chargers lined up in punt formation. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. And hey, at least he held onto the football, but they will get nothing on that return. That punt goes unanswered, no return there. And they're going to take over possession. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Throwing Penix. He keeps those feet in and makes the catch. Well, you kind of expect this to happen a couple of times this season, right? They catch the rookie here for roughing the passer.
Yeah, that comes with experience, Kate. Rookie is so excited to make plays in his first season. You just get that tunnel vision on making the sack, and he doesn't realize the ball was already gone.
Roughing the passer on that last play, and that's always going to lead to an automatic 1st down. He breaks a tackle. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine. And that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. It's Pacheco again. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. The big play nets him 17 yards. And it brings up an LA 1st down.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on 1st down. You just want some yards to set up an easier 2nd down play. But they will take that execution every time.
They've got 1st down from the 31. From the shotgun, Penix. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And right there's the danger, Kate. When you put the ball in the air, how many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't. They call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Running out of the gun with Pacheco. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Extra defender in the secondary now for the Chargers. 3rd down coming. Here's Penix. Has his man. It's Pacheco. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. It's a pickup of 11. And the Rams are going to have a 1st down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Play action, here's Penix. He'll get this to come. And he's going to be just inside the 10 before he goes out.
You know what I love about this? Never showing panic. When he leaves the pocket, look at his eyes. They continue to search downfield. They're never looking at the rush. They're finding the open man downfield before running out of real estate.
And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
The offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to 1st down. But instead, defense, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out. 3rd and short.
Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. Right back to Pacheco. And he runs this one in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams take a fourth quarter lead. It's an Isaiah Pacheco touchdown. And he has made this a habit this season. That's his 10th rushing touchdown so far. Point after converted from Cardi. And the Rams break that tie and now lead by 7. Cardi has it all teed up and ready to send it away. On the return, here comes Davis. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. First and 10 now from the 30. Running left, it's Dobbins. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
First down, and they go right back to it. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Herbert from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
They kick the running back in motion. Looking to throw. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. And the Rams make the play that should win them this game. It's the 2-minute warning here in L.A. Rams leading by 7. New set of downs for him at the 38. Oh, look at this. He's set up to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's able to get this down to the 36.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
A counter give here to Pacheco. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. A couple yards on the run. It's 3rd and 6 now.
This defense may have been headed the wrong way initially on that counter run, but they never lost contain. As that play shifted back, they flowed with it and caught him before he could break it up the sideline.
Pacheco on 3rd. And in a rarity today, he's stopped at the line of scrimmage. Couldn't manage even a yard on that run, so now it's 4th down.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against him. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
It's one of the biggest moments of the game for Joshua Cardi. He was good on his first kick. Gonna need to hit this one well to go 2 for 2. So make a check in that win column for the Rams. And just a week after being soundly defeated, they're back out there playing a much better brand of...
I ain't seen real problems since seen nothing. I ain't seen real, I ain't seen real problems since tripping upgrades. They just be making up different reasons for my nieces. From my day I pick enough to keep it up, but ain't no thing straight. Cause ain't no reason for this money to stay. Like what you want, what you want. I got Jesus giving money, what you want. I've been sitting and pitching this for a reason to cry. So I'ma say I love you, but keep a look on my eye. Cause I can never really want you less than money or pride. So when I say I really love you, boy, just know it's a lie. Like I ain't mean it, I ain't mean it. I just need another reason for a sequence. Another bag, another season, another description, another feeling. Boy, got a game a lot, but I keep.
Homie got a pump cause he got no. Homie stay trippin' cause I got no funds. Homie got a pump cause he got no. Homie stay trippin' cause I got no funds. Homie got a bump with it ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump with it ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump with it ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump with it ain't not fun. Okay, now drop your bag, sass. I've been here from the start. A little snapback, homie, with a plug in his heart. Took these Billy Strum cards and now they rip me apart. Now they run around in circles like them kids in the park. Not afraid of the dark, there ain't no monster inside. I pray to Jesus Christ, homie, they just keep me alive. Why you keep it 53? Cause I've been wrestling with pride. I try to keep it like I'm Texas, got the stop on my side. Girl, you know I'm a saint, so why you giving me hell? My uncle back up on the block and now they begging for bail. He always calling me for paper cause he know I'm the trail. Now I'm eating my McDonald's, I was fresh out of jail. Now at least I know I'm up, boy, thump. Like my neighbor's jumper up a pump. Boy, I bump in that Billy Strong. He ain't know he ain't thump. He just grabbed the pump and made it go dumb. Got a pump cause he got no. Homie stay trippin' cause I got no fun.